and I will establish his kingdom. And he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commits any iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the rod and blows of men. So, who I remove before you.
Nígbà tí ọjọ́ rẹ bá pé, tí ìwọ sì lọ sùn pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá rẹ, èmi ò gbé irú ọmọ kan lékè lẹ́yìn rẹ, èyí tí ò ti inú rẹ jáde wá, èmi ò sì fi ìdí ìjọba rẹ̀ kalẹ̀, òun ò sì kọ́ ilé fún orúkọ mi, èmi ò sì fi ìdí ìtẹ́ ìjọba rẹ̀ kalẹ̀ láéláé, èmi ò máa ṣe bàbá fún un, òun ò sì máa jẹ́ ọmọ fún mi, bí òun bá dẹ́ṣẹ̀, èmi ò fi ọ̀pá ènìyàn nà án àti ìnà àti ìdáwọ́lẹ̀ rẹ lórúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa.
Let me tell you, understand yourself, you live in peace, you show love to your wife show respect, and they can see unity and oneness. There's peace. The thing will translate to your children. They will carry it to their home, to their father live. I want to be like that. But if you are quarrelsome, you are always disturbing yourself, it's most likely your children, when they get married, they will carry it along with them. Very careful.
Jẹ́ kí n sọ kankan fún ọ, tó bá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí tọkọ-tìyàwó, tó jẹ́ wípé ìgbé ayé tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú ìyàwó rẹ tàbí ọkọ rẹ, ó jẹ́ ti àlàáfíà, ó ìdílé wọn kalẹ̀, wọ́n á máa gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà nítorí pé wọ́n rí, wọ́n á máa sọ fún wọn pé ohun tí mo rí lọ́wọ́ àwọn òbí mi tí wọ́n ń ṣe nìwọ̀nyí, òun náà ni àwọn náà yóò máa ṣe, á wá jẹ́ kí àlàáfíà kó wá di àrọ́mọdọ́mọ fún ìran rẹ.
So if it is negative one, your daughter in the husband's house will say, my mother will never take it from the husband, so I'm not going to take it. There's going to be crisis. It's a carryover.
Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ wípé òdì kejì ni àwọn ọmọ yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mú irú ìwà bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ wá rí ìyàwó ilé lá máa sọ pé ìyá mi ò gbà yẹn fún bàbá mi, èmi náà ò ní gbà fún ọ, wàhálà wa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìdílé.
The husband will say, look, I know how my mother live his life, I won't take this standard for any woman, and then there will be crisis.
Ọkọ wa máa sọ fún ìyàwó pé bàbá mi ò gba ìgbà mi náà ò ní gbàgbàkúgbà fún ọ, wàhálà wa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìdílé.
It is my prayer that the crisis in your home, the lack of peace will stop today, so that it will not become a generational cause forever in your family in Jesus' name.
Mo gbàdúrà fún ìdílé rẹ wípé wàhálà àti ìdààmú kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìdílé rẹ táwa di ìtàn ìran lórúkọ Jésù.
When we are talking about the Davidic covenant of peace, it's not a man-made peace. It's a kind of peace released from the throne of God. It is though can be very partial and very spurious.
Májẹ̀mú tí ènìyàn bá ṣe òfútù fẹ́tẹ̀ ńgbà míì ló máa ń já sí èyí á jẹ́ tí òfégè ó dẹ̀ lè jẹ́ ilé tó jẹ́ pé ó máa yí padà.
Let me refer to an example like this in the Bible.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ àpẹẹrẹ kan nínú Bíbélì.
2 Samuel chapter 10.
Sámúẹ́lì kejì orí kẹwàá.
Verse 2 to 5.
Ẹsẹ̀ ìkejì sí ìkarùn-ún.
Nahash, the king of Ammon, was a friend of David when he was alive. They were very peaceful together. And so when Ammon died and his son came to reign in his stead, David said, oh, let me show kindness to this young man, Nahum, who had just taken over the kingship from his father. And then he sent men to go and greet him, to first visit with him for becoming the king. And when the man saw them, he said, these people have come to spy your kingdom. He's not sending them for nothing. He's sending them so that he will come and wage war after knowing your secret. And they cut half of their beard, they cut their skirt at the bottom. And these are very, very, very valiant men that are respected in the nation. When they were coming back to Jerusalem, they could not enter into the city because of the shame. And so they had to hide until their bed road and then.
Ọba kan wàjà ní ilẹ̀ Ámónì, ó sì jẹ́ bí ọ̀rẹ́ fún Dáfídì. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ọmọ rẹ̀ débẹ̀, Dáfídì rán ó gbé oníṣẹ́ dìde láti ilẹ̀ Jerúsálẹ́mù láti lọ kí ọba tuntun yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí àwọn oníṣẹ́ Dáfídì dé ìlú náà, àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n wá sọ fún ọba náà wípé Dáfídì máa rán àwọn èèyàn wá láti wá bẹ̀ ẹ́ wò ni. Eléyìí tí wọ́n á fi kí wọn káàbọ̀ pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà, wọ́n wá gé irùngbọ̀n àwọn. Irùngbọ̀n yìí tí wọ́n gé, Dáfídì wá sọ pé kí àwọn wọ̀nyí kan dúró sí ìletò kan máa tí ì wá sínú ìlú, kan jẹ́ kí irùngbọ̀n náà kó gùn. Ó wá jẹ́ ìtìjú fún àwọn tí Dáfídì rán yìí.
They cut their skirt so they have to go and give them a change of garment. They cut their skirt, the clothes they are wearing.
Aṣọ tí wọ́n wọ̀, wọ́n gé níbàdí.
And so they have to change it so that it will not be ashamed.
Ó wá ní kí wọ́n pààrọ̀ rẹ̀ kójú má bàa tì wọ́n.
And that was a kind of human peace. It was pseudo, it was partial, it was not permanent.
Àlàáfíà òfegè leléyìí tó wà láàrin àwọn ènìyàn tó jẹ́ wípé kò wà títí, ó sì dúró lórí òfegè.
And when Hanun, this discovered that he had done this to David, he went and gathered army to go and fight because he knew he had done what was wrong.
Nígbà tí ọba yìí rí i pé ohun tí ó ṣe yìí ó bí Dáfídì nínú, ó wá lọ pe àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ogun jọ láti bá Dáfídì jà.
He hired 3 other nations to come together with him and to come and wage.
Bíi mẹ́ta ó pè wọ́n papọ̀ láti wá bá Dáfídì jà.
So that was not a permanent peace.
Irú eléyìí kì í ṣe àlàáfíà tó dára.
It was a man-made peace.
Ó jẹ́ ti ènìyàn.
Therefore, the war continued.
Nítorí náà ogun náà tẹ̀síwájú.
And David defeated the man the first time.
Dáfídì ó wá bá ẹni yìí jà, ó ṣẹ́gun rẹ̀ lákọ̀ọ́kọ́.
He hired more people and came again.
Ó tún lọ kó àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ogun mìíràn jọ.
David defeated them.
Dáfídì tún borí wọn.
By the grace of God,
Nípa oore ọ̀fẹ́
the God
Ọlọ́run.
of heaven shall fight your cause.
Ọ̀run yóò jà fún ọ.
And give you victory over your enemies in the name of Jesus.
Yóò sì fún ọ ní ìṣẹ́gun lórí ọ̀tá ẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù.
I can hear your amen to that.
Mi ò gbọ́ àmì yín rárá.
Covenant of peace does not mean absence of battle.
Májẹ̀mú àlàáfíà ìyẹn ò túmọ̀ sí pé kò ní sógun.
But it gives assurance of constant victory, even in battle.
Ṣùgbọ́n ó fúnni ní ìdánilójú ìṣẹ́gun nínú ogun gan.
So the kind of covenant of peace we want to key into today does not mean that we no more battle for your life.
Nítorí náà irú àlàáfíà tá à ń sọ yìí kò túmọ̀ sí pé ò ní jagun mọ́.
The covenant of peace we want to key to be a constant victory and permanent one in Jesus' name.
Èyí tó túmọ̀ sí ni wípé nínú ogun rẹ ìwọ náà ni yóò máa borí lórúkọ Jésù. Ó tiẹ̀ ṣàmì.
Am I sure? Before I go forward,
Kí n tó tẹ̀síwájú,
let me give my own definition of peace
ẹ jẹ́ kémi wá sọ ìtumọ̀ tèmi fún àlàáfíà fún
so
yín
that
báyìí.
I will not jump it.
Rárá.
Peace is a rest of mind with assurance of ultimate victory in the face of present seemingly uncertainty or insecurity, physically, spiritually, financially, socially, emotionally, psychologically.
Àlàáfíà ó ní ìbàlẹ̀ ọkàn tó fúnni ní ìtura nínú ìlà-ìlò wàhálà ìdààmú àbí ohun tó burú tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní agbègbè ènìyàn.
It is a kind of freedom from disquieting thoughts or emotion, according to what dictionary has said earlier.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti túmọ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ó túmọ̀ sí pé kí ènìyàn ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ọkàn àti àlàáfíà ní ọkàn ènìyàn nínú ìlà-ìlò tàbí wàhálà tí ó lè máa dé bá èèyàn.
Therefore, enjoying the covenant of peace does not mean that we know bad, but there is evidence of promise of constant victory.
Nítorí náà ìlérí àlàáfíà kò sọ wípé ogun ò ní dìde ṣùgbọ́n ìṣẹ́gun yóò wà nínú ogun gbogbo.
There was a competition. People were asked to draw the picture of peace, atmosphere of peace.
Nígbà kan wọ́n ṣe ìdíje kan pé kí àwọn èèyàn kó ya àwòrán ohun tí a ń pè ní àlàáfíà.
They drew all kinds of representation.
Ṣe àwòrán làwọn èèyàn péjọ tí wọ́n yà.
The man that won that prize was the man that drew. There was storm, the wind was blowing, the trees were bending, everything was bending, but there was a bird that was in his nest. On that tree, it was not disturbed, was not moving, all the bending, all the moving, the bird just stayed quietly in the nest. That is peace.
Àwòrán tó wá yege nínú ìdíje yìí òun ni ẹni tí ẹnìkan yà tó wọ́n tán yà tán rí ìlà-ìlò ìpín kéke ìrúsókè ìrúsódò omi tó ń wà ń bẹ̀. Ó wá ya ẹyẹ kan síbẹ̀ nínú ìtẹ́ rẹ̀. Ẹyẹ yẹn ó wà ń bẹ̀ kò tiẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé nǹkan kan ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ṣe bí wàhálà kan ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀. Ẹyẹ yẹn wà nínú ẹ̀ ó ní àlàáfíà tiẹ̀. Èyí jẹ́ àpẹẹrẹ àwòrán àlàáfíà.
It is a situation where you can be in the valley of the shadow of death and yet will not be afraid of the enemies.
Àlàáfíà tí a ń sọ yìí ó dàbí ìgbà tí èèyàn bá wà nínú àfonífojì òjìji ikú ṣùgbọ́n tí kò bẹ̀rù ibi kankan.
Like Psalm 23 says in 4 and 5.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìwé Sáàmù 23 orí ìkẹrin sí ìkarùn ṣe wí.
Say, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
Ó ní bí èmi tilẹ̀ rìn láàrin àfonífojì òjìji ikú èmi kì yóò bẹ̀rù ibi kan nítorí ọ̀gọ́ rẹ àti ọ̀pá rẹ wọ́n tù mí nínú.
In other words, even when you are face to face with death in the valley of the shadow of death, you still be peaceful and be okay with yourself. That's the kind of inner peace we are talking about.
Èyí túmọ̀ sí pé nígbà tí o bá